Welcome to another interesting English language class with Miss Chinenye. Today, we're going to be talking about literature. You know, literature is an arm in English language. So we're going to be looking at literature. Now, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to know the meaning of literature, that is, define literature. 2, you'll be able to know the characteristics of literature. 3, you'll be able to know the types of literature. You will also be able to know the functions of literature. So pay attention as we journey on our study today. Alright, let's begin with the meaning of literature. What is literature? Now, literature is an imaginative work of art that helps expose us to the realities of human existence. Literature is an imaginative work of art that helps expose us to the realities of human existence. Alright, that is the meaning of literature. Now, the word literature was gotten from a Latin word, litera, which means printed material. It was gotten from the Latin word, litera, which means printed materials. Litera. Look at the spelling of litera. It means printed materials. Okay, that is where the word literature was gotten from. Alright, having known the meaning of literature, we're going to go over to the characteristics of literature. Now, what are the characteristics of literature? Now, one characteristic of literature is that it is expressive. Number 1, literature is expressive. What does it mean for literature to be expressive? Literature is expressive because you can use it to express yourself, either in writing or orally, either in written form or in oral form. It is expressive. Again, that's number 2. Literature is aesthetic. The aesthetic nature of literature means that it is beautiful or that it is appealing to one's sense of beauty. So the aesthetic nature of literature means that literature is beautiful. Alright, number 3 is that literature can be fictional or non-fictional. That's number 3. Literature can be fictional or non-fictional. What is fictional? Let's look at fictional. Now, when you say that literature is fictional, that means that literature comes from the imaginative creation, from your imaginative creation. And then when you say that literature is not fictional, that means it deals with real life stories, stories that are true, not stories that come from your imagination, not stories that you created from your mind. I hope that is understood. All right. Then the fourth one is that literature is imaginative. Okay, literature is imaginative means that literature can be created from the mind. It can be created or recreated from the mind, from one's mind. All right, having looked at the characteristics of literature, let us quickly go to the types of literature. Types of literature. Now, there are two main types of literature. They are the written literature and the oral literature. 1. Written literature. 2. Oral literature. Okay, now, what is written literature? Now, written literature is a type of literature that is documented in a printed material. That is what? Documented in a printed material. So, written literature, a type of literature that is documented in a printed material. Okay, while the oral literature is a type of literature that is done in presentation form. It is done in what? Presentation form. Now, what are the types of written literature? The types of written literature are 1. Novels. Novels are under the written literature. Novella. Allegory. Facts. They are under the written literature. And then for the oral literature, which I told you are done in presentation form, this type of literature are folk tales. They are under the oral literature, folk tales, riddles, jokes, etc. Alright, having known the types of literature, let us quickly go to the characteristics of literature. The characteristics of literature. Okay? The characteristics of literature. Okay, sorry. We have taken the characteristics of literature. We're going to go to the functions or importance. Functions or importance of literature. functions or importance of literature. Now, we have so many functions or importance of literature. When you talk about, or when someone talks about functions or importance, that means you're talking about the relevance of something to you or to the society at large. So that is what we are going to be looking at: the relevance, the importance, the functions of literature to us, okay, to you as a student, and then to the world at large. Number one function of literature is that literature educates. Literature educates. Number two, literature entertains. Literature educates, it entertains. Literature teaches morals. Number four, it informs. It informs. Number five, it mirrors the society. Number six, it exposes us to the realities of life. Number seven, it propagates culture. Okay, so these are the functions or importance of literature. These are the functions or importance of literature. And then there are also genres of literature. We also have the genres of literature. Okay, let me give us the genres of literature. I know at one point or the other in the class, I have mentioned the genres of literature to you. Can you mention some of the genres of literature that I've mentioned so far to you? Okay, I can hear you say prose. Okay, that's correct. Genres of literature. All right. You said prose. Yes, prose is correct. Prose. Number two. Can you remind me? Okay. Drama. Okay. The third one. What did you say, Munachi? Okay. Poetry. That's correct. That's correct. So these are the three genres of literature that we have. I hope you took note of what we did, from what we have done so far, from the meaning of literature to the characteristics of literature, to the functions or importance of literature, to the types of literature, and then to the genres of literature. All right, I have something for you to do. Let me give you something to do quickly. Let me quickly give you what to do. Okay, do this assignment for me. State and discuss and discuss Three importance of literature to you. Three. Okay. State and discuss three importance of literature to you. Alright. State and discuss three importance of literature to you. That is your assignment for today. Okay. Thank you so much. I know you enjoyed the lesson, and I hope to see you in our next class. Stay safe and stay responsible.